what I am about to tell you could blow your mind. Are you ready?
I don't know where this is going, but I think I won't be missing much by cutting out now. No, I am not ready. I only get as far as turning the doorknob before Kenji starts talking again, showing that he doesn't really care if my mind is blown or not.
I believe that this school is a battleground, the site of a feminist infiltration. This disparity in the number of men to women is a clear sign of how far they have come. In case this Cold War turns hot, they will have superiority in numbers. Just another skirmish in the internal war against the forces of the feminists. They're everywhere. In Japan, women outnumber men. It's not a 60-40 split, but it's only a matter of time, man. Even in America, women are the majority by a hair. They're building up their numbers. In the past, the buildup of a military has always been the clearest sign of imminent war. Japan is just the first step. Our economy is badass, and the country itself is small and isolated, yet a huge part of the Pacific in terms of political value. The perfect target. They are so cunning, as expected of women. Soon the day will come when... Kenji's voice trails off ominously.
That's why you can't trust them. They'll string you along and then kill you,
just as they killed me. You will end up just like me.
Oh, hell no. I can't stop myself from blurting it out.
Hey, what the hell does that mean?
You said it, not me. It's the best I can think of.
So? You're supposed to say something like that. Damn, so rude.
Where was I?
Oh yeah, that's just from this conspiracy.
Stop it, stop. I lost you way back there. Somewhere around feminist infiltration. Please, just go. Don't even go back there. Let's just skip past it. I don't know where the hell that is. I'm lost. You're lost. Let's go off our separate ways, please.
Too hard to follow? It's cool. I have some graphs and stuff in my room. And puppets. You like puppets?
No puppets. No puppets. Please, Kenji. No puppets. No puppets. No puppets. No puppets. No puppets. No puppets.
You like puppets? Okay. Graphs is still cool though, right?
He speaks energetically, responding almost before I'm done talking, moving his hands in an animated way as he continues to rant on. This is too strange. I had pegged him as relatively normal, but it's clear that I was wrong.
Something on your mind, dude?
Just think about what it's like to be the last sane man in an insane world. Kenji frowns, looking deeply upset.
You mean that's you? That can't be, because I'm the last sane man in an insane world. That's my dream. You can't just steal a man's dream. What the hell? There can't be two last sane men. That would invalidate the whole last part. And that part is kind of important.
There can only be one, like in that foreign movie where there could only be one. And in the end, there's only one dude left, because that was the point. I've never seen anyone talk so heatedly and defensively about absolutely nothing before. I know a guy like that. Less Kenji, but still.
Anyway, if you want to wait here, I can get my graph. I also have a list of other dark and complex conspiracies that this school holds, as tangled as... Quick, finish my analogy for me. Be a pal.
I'm going to bed now. It's extremely late.
That doesn't sound like an analogy. Whatever. I like you. You seem like a cool dude. Most people don't understand what I'm talking about when I try to explain the vast feminist conspiracy to them. Denial is a terrible thing. Later.
He claps me on the back and then vanishes into a room so quickly and quietly. It's like he didn't even open the door, but instead walked right through it like a ghost. I don't know if I can fully digest what just happened, so I give up and just go to my room, kicking off my shoes before falling face first into bed. Yo, pills, dude. Oh, okay. It takes me some time to relax and get up so I can get started on homework. Oh boy. I forgot homework's a thing that people do. Ugh, I don't have that anymore. I just get home and go on the computer, you know? I don't have friends to hang out with. I'm just sitting here in a fantasy world where I'm being friends with disabled girls, getting relationship with them. How sad. It's because the sheets are cool and comforting against my cheeks, and it feels good just lying there with my eyes closed. My school is like some kind of bizarre and surreal island. It's isolated on the top of a mountain, and each person is stranger than the last. I just can't seem to fit in. What irony. One would think that fitting in a place that's made for people who are unfit for anywhere else would be easy. Maybe I'm trying too hard. Although I say that, it doesn't help take the edge off. The words are left echoing off my empty walls. Guess it's not as bad as I expected, though. This place really is more a school, and less a hospital pretending to be a school than I thought it would be. If nothing else, the scenery is beautiful. I open one eye, seeing the school books and bottles of pills arranged side by side on my desktop. Maybe this place is too much like a normal school after all. Oh boy. We'll be back. Okay, I got a little snack, I stretched my legs, and I got myself a little bit of water. And we are now back with more Katawa Shoujo. I was planning on recording some more Hyperdimension Neptunia right now, but I figured it's vacation, I have plenty of time to record whatever I want right now. So, let's do this. I feel very tired this morning, probably because yesterday itself was a very tiring day. On top of that, I woke up far earlier than necessary. I've done that before. After saying hi to Shizune and Misha, I started doing the work as instructed from the board. Alright, looks like today is gonna be heavy. Oh yeah, look at all that work up there. Oh yeah. I don't have a problem with that now, though. Shizune and Misha might jump on me trying to get an answer, but whether or not I've decided to join the student council, even if it's just the one day, I can't fucking speak. One person asked them to try, and I don't have an edge to them if they do. So this situation is pretty convenient for me. About 10 minutes in class, Hanako walks in and takes a seat. But no one looks at her. Teacher doesn't even comment on her lateness. He does, however, stop us to say that we're going to break into groups again. So what does Hanako do when she breaks into groups? Does she just work by herself? Or, okay, I guess, whatever. I turn my head and see that Shizune and Misha are still looking at me. Shizune gives me a smile that is equal parts cute and menacing. This is the smile that says, "We have you now. There is no escape."
He-chan, it looks like we're together again. Yay, yay!
Misha leans sideways and Shizune pushes her desk closer to mine. There really is no escape now unless I were to jump through the window. Jumping out the window isn't the best option, sadly. Huh.
What's wrong, He-chan?
I just feel like, an animal in a cage is all.
Oh, He-chan, have you been thinking about what we said yesterday? You said that you were thinking about joining the student council, didn't you? It's okay, He-chan. We were talking about it after you left, and it'd be rude to expect you to have an answer for us this early. Right?
I'm so happy you two are able to have a laugh at my expense, and even more pleased to know that you both know how crazy the two of you can be. Now that that's over, Shizune snaps back into serious mode and smacks today's assignment with the back of her hand in an overly dramatic and important way. Very important. When I actually look at the stuff, it's mostly just reading. In fact, there are only two problems. I almost wanted to say something about how her rush to get to Tara seems a bit much, considering the small amount of work. In fact, Shizune probably knows how little there is, and simply doesn't care. Yeah, it seems like the actual workload doesn't matter to her as much as the fact there is work. The amount of it isn't important. She approaches everything with the same level of ambition. Of course! While I'm reading, I let my eyes wander around the room and catch Hanako trying her hand at solving the problems. It looks like she's working alone. I can't remember seeing her working with other people before. Well, she only has the one friend. I think. She has 3, I think. In total. Yeah. Though one doesn't really come out of that. We'll get to that later, probably. Thinking back to how shy she is, it's understandable. Hey, that girl over there. They probably know her name. Hisao. Shizune is the class representative and the head of the student council. I would hope she knows Hanako.
Huh? Hui-chan?
Her, Hanako, over there. Does she always work alone?
I think so, He-chan. Do you feel sorry for her because she's alone?
I was just thinking that maybe she could work with us or something. Well, that's not an awful idea, Hisao. It's an awful idea, Hisao.
No, I don't think that would be a good idea, He-chan.
Why not?
She-chan want to get along with her.
Why? Misha shuffles around the question, letting out a laugh that seems very strange. It's nervous, but she still has that lilting. What the hell does lilting mean? But still, It's strange, but still has that lilting up and down quality present in everything she says.
Just because, He-chan.
By now, Shizune has noticed our conversation. It makes me realize again how Misha has been signing everything she has been saying this whole time. Okay, alright, I guess we won't invite Hanako over. Sorry, Hanako.
What's She-chan? The friend of my enemy is my enemy? Oh, that sounds so harsh. I'm not gonna say that.
You said it anyway.
I know, He-chan. It's fine if you overhear.
I wonder if this is Misha's way of keeping things fair, since without her I wouldn't be able to understand the things Shizune's saying and vice versa. Is that also why she signs all the time? So there's never a conversation Shizune will be left out of?
Anyway, we should start on the problems now, He-chan.
I suppose so. But I want to be friends with Hanako. I want to be friends with everyone, man. You know, that's just who I am. Whatever. We finished with time to spare, and I decided to ask if there are any alternatives to the cafeteria, as frankly, the food so far has been subpar. This sends Shizune and Misha arguing among themselves about their favorite restaurants, all of them downtown, and I don't think we have time to go all the way out there. What about the bill? Are they arguing just for the fun of it? Maybe. They seem so distracted by it they don't even notice the start of the actual lunch break. Look over my shoulder towards the back of the classroom. She seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. It's an odd sight. Everyone else in the class is busying themselves with the lunch break. Socializing, gossiping, rearranging desks, the one with actual boxed lunches mixed in and shattering like everyone else, only interrupted by short bouts of eating. But when I watch Hanako, it feels like I'm the only one who can see her, almost as if she was invisible, sort of hiding in plain sight. Is she being bullied? Is she isolating herself from the rest of her class on her own accord? Well, ladder. I see her look over her shoulder towards the classroom's rear door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I started watching her. I guess she's waiting for someone. What to do? I know. We're not supposed to be nosy, but let's go talk with Hanako. I still feel bad for making her run away yesterday, so I better say something. Don't fuck. Hey Hanako, do you like phone calls? I like phone calls. Everyone likes phone calls. Alright, Hisao. You and me, we're gonna go over there, we're gonna talk to Hanako, alright? But we're not gonna fuck things up again, alright? We're not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. Hey there, Hanako.
Hisao?
Well, at least she remembers my name. Hey, I just wanted to apologize for yesterday. I didn't mean to stall you or anything. I'm just new here and thought I should get to know my classmates. As Hanako looks up to me, I notice her scarring once more. It's a little bewildering that you can barely notice it from across the room, but it's so noticeable from close up. Stop noticing it!
That's okay. It was my fault.
Nah, that wasn't anyone's fault. It just kinda happened. So, are you waiting for someone? I saw you looking at the door before.
Yes, Lily.
Oh, you mean Lily the blind girl? Yes, the blind girl. That's what we designate people by their problems. Hanako only nods in response. And I can't help but wonder if defining people through their disabilities as a foxpaw is of the worst kind or just normal here. It's pretty awful. Guess that explains why Lily took off after her yesterday. She seems like a nice girl. Are you two friends?
Yes.
As if hoping for Lily to appear, she checks over her shoulder again. I think I'm making her nervous again. I hope I'm not disturbing you right now.
No, that's not it. It's just easier if Lily doesn't come here.
Oh, because it's hard to get around the classroom?
Not really.
Oh. Hanko's gaze drifts past my shoulder towards Shizune. Shizune? Hanako nods again. Class representatives. What about her? Don't they get along? Hisao, rethink your question there. I mean, like, you said before when we were with Lily, or you didn't say it, but you thought it in your head, Lily and Shizune are exact opposites. They do not go well together. It's like oil and water. Hanako shakes her head. Clearly this is something she doesn't want to talk about. I wouldn't either. It does make a strange sort of sense, Shizune and Lily not getting along so well. Communication between the two would be all but impossible. It's hard enough talking to Shizune through Misha, even when you can see whose hands are talking. That is... wow. That would be really hard. Interesting. Hanako is so focused on Shizune that I'm the first to notice Lily at the door. Oh, she's here now. Hanako spins around to confirm this. Upon seeing Lily, she quickly moves to the door.
Lily.
Ah, Hanako, good morning. Is the president here?
Yes.
Hanako glances over her shoulder at Shizune again, as if to confirm that she can't hear them, even though that's impossible.
I suppose we'd best be off then.
Lily's sigh and tone of what seems like frustration makes me raise an eyebrow. I guess there's some kind of enmity between the two. It's intriguing, but that's not really something I'd ask about. I'm sure if they wanted me to know, then they would tell me. It's only my third day here. I should be trying to make friends, not finding out why people are enemies. Still, it's a little funny to find out this school has little feuds just like my old high school. Even if people around here are more tolerant of others, they're still going to get on each other's nerves. Hey Lily, how are things? I'm sorry if I made you run off yesterday.
Oh my, is that Hisao? I didn't realize you were here.
Seems that Lily is a little embarrassed about being so frank in front of me.
Sorry, Lily, I thought you realized.
No, it's alright, Hanako. Hisao, please don't worry about yesterday. It was just a misunderstanding.
If you say so. I'm just working this place out, you know?
Well then, I think you'll find most people here a lot more forgiving than elsewhere. If you're feeling a little confused, please don't be afraid to ask questions.
Sure, I'll remember that.
Lily?
Lily gives a small nod of acknowledgement.
I'm sorry, Hisao. You must be off.
Hanako really doesn't look all that comfortable here right now, and Lily seems a little embarrassed. I wonder if my apologies really made any impact. Mind if I accompany you too? Wow, we're just being straightforward in there. Why not? Gotta make friends, right? I know I'm kind of pushing it, but... Lily quietly, still smiling.
I'm sure that we could accommodate you, can't we, Hanako?
She looks at Lily, and then at me, and then she freezes wide-eyed. I think she'd rather be dead.
Sure.
Well then, shall we go?
I'm sure Lily wouldn't do this so easily if she saw how scared Hanako looks, but it can't be helped now. Declining after the deal is sealed would only cause confusion and problems. So we leave. All three together. Later, Misha and Shizune. Maybe we'll deal with you another time. Lily walks beside the wall, letting her cane gently tap against it every now and then. Hanako comes along right beside her, so close that she's practically half hugging her as they go. Although it must make her walking that much harder, Lily takes it in stride. Oh boy. As we turn around the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a steam train. Hanako shrieks a little, and my vision briefly goes black. Ouch. Hey there. Opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes looking up at me. So wait, do we know that you look like anime? I guess so. They belong to the perpetrator, a short girl who bumped into me and has now fallen down onto the hallway floor. She's also missing her legs. She wears a PE uniform and a very worried frown. The former strikes me as a rather strange thing to have on during lunch break. Alright, I realize you're in a PE uniform. But isn't this a little, cutting it for school dress code regulations? I don't know, maybe just me. More striking than that, though, is that she doesn't have legs. Or, she does, but they're not flesh and bone. Her pale and very much flesh and bone thighs end in shins, and feet made of some black metallic or plastic-like material. They look disturbingly artificial, not natural. It almost made me forget that my chest is hurting. The girl winces a little, rubs her nose, and jumps up. Hey there, Twin Tails girl.
Aw, man. Hey, are you alright? I'm sorry about that, really. I wasn't looking where I was going, and you just came out of nowhere. Sorry.
She's looking really apologetic, in the hurt puppy way of looking apologetic. I quickly forget about being angry or anything, since hurt puppies are my weak spot. It's okay, don't worry about it. Ouch. I say that, but there's a stinging pain growing in my chest, And I know that this is about the biggest possible danger for my condition. Don't overexert yourself. Don't forget your medication. And most of all, don't get hit in the fucking chest. I try to open my solar plexus to chase the pain away. Now I actually know what that is. That's like the spot right above your stomach. You get the wind kicked out of you. To chase the pain away, holding my breath in an attempt to hear my heartbeat. It seems normal.
Hey, should I get a nurse?
The worried, high-pitched voice of the girl snaps me out of it. I stare at her for a few seconds, dumbfounded, until I realized I probably looked worse off than I really was, doubled over myself and looking all tense. Damn, I'm overly worried about my heart. No need, I'm fine. Managing to say something in response, I pull myself upright, feeling my sore ribs one last time, and take a deep breath. She just knocked the wind out of me. Big time, but it's nothing more than that.
You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard.
It's okay, I said I was fine, and nothing's broken. No harm done.
That's good,
Hisao, what happened? She's not quite up to speed for obvious reasons, but she sounds very worried, more than what the situation deserves, really. Someone just bumped into me, nothing serious, just winded.
Sorry, it's my fault. I was just going to get some stuff, and I was kind of in a hurry.
That someone here is Emmy, isn't it? The little girl coughs quietly and shuffles her plastic or metallic feet, looking down at them before saying anything.
Hi, Lily. Hanako.
I guess you girls know each other. Okay, maybe you do have more than 3 friends. Maybe 4. Or 5? I think it'd be 5. I think it's 5 friends that you have.
Do please try to be more careful. You may be sturdy enough to endure these sorts of accidents, but there are those here that can't. I butchered your lines, but that's okay.
The girl blushes and starts to fidget nervously like a little child caught misbehaving. It's so cute I find myself smiling.
I know that. I was just... I gotta go! Teacher had my head. I promised to help with the printouts, but I went running instead. Sorry, but I got changed and everything.
Before any of us can say a thing, Emmy's already bolted away, leaving the hallway eerily quiet. Does that kind of thing happen often around here? There are more rules in Yamaku than usual for running in corridors. But that rarely stops Emmy, it seems. She shakes her head weakly and offers a slight composed smile.
I don't think there's anything we can do to stop her, I'm afraid. Shall we be off then?
Lily heads off along the hallway, and Hanako hurries after her. The route to the room the two used for tea is fairly simple to retrace, being still fresh in my mind from yesterday. Lily and Hanako quickly go about business and making lunch. Before I can even open my small bag of food, Lily's busying herself with her thermos and tea bags as Hanako is setting out both of their lunch boxes. Before I actually didn't mean to click that. So, is this what you meant by coming here almost every day?
Yes, Hanako and I usually have lunch here, in soups both of us, so we ended up using this room regularly.
After seeing Hanako's reaction to me over the past couple of days, I can understand why that is a boon. That and Lily being able to get some quiet away from her class as well. I take my seat at last, and then after Lily's poured the tea for us and sits down, I can't speak. You probably realized this by now. I have a feeling that this would not happen. I feel like I'd maybe be here. She'd be like on the edge of her seat. You can't see my cursor going all the way off my screen, but all the way over here, like at the very edge of the seat, like I don't want to be here right now. Or maybe over here. I guess that. Oh, these are chairs. I thought these were like booths for some reason. This whole time. Whatever. The more time I spend with these two girls, the more I think they're a perfect foil to Misha and Shizune. Even without a voice, Shizune is direct and brash, and Misha seems to get along with everyone. On the other hand, Lily is soft-spoken and relaxed, while Hanako seems to be the shyest girl I've ever met.
So, how are you faring in Yamaku, Hisao? You seem to be flustered before.
Apart from getting lost every now and again, and being crash-tackled outside my classroom, fine, I guess.
You looked pretty hurt before. Are you really okay?
For a brief moment, I considered telling Hanako and Lily about my condition, but then I hold it back. I can't tell why, but for some reason I feel uncomfortable talking about it to these two relative strangers, even if they have been pretty friendly. Yeah, it's nothing. I was just a bit startled. Judging from the two girls' expressions, I don't think they're buying it. But, in what I assume is their way of respecting my privacy, they don't press the matter. I guess that is one of the unwritten rules around here. Don't ask, even if people's conditions are obvious. Like Hanako's, they're still bound to be a story behind them. Or involved, whatever. Everyone has things they don't feel comfortable speaking about. I think everyone here recognizes that. So, how long have you been in the school? You both seem to know your way around here pretty well.
Well, I've been here since the start of high school, but only moved into the dormitories a year ago.
I keep forgetting we're in high school. I keep thinking you people are in college. But no, you're all seniors. Like me. Except this game is like 10 years old. No, it's not. It's like 2009? Maybe? I don't remember when this game was made.
Hanako joined at the start of high school as well, and moved to the dormitories when she did, if memory serves me right. That's right. Since high school.
So you've known each other since then?
Since I moved, yes. Hanako lives next door to me, so it's only natural, right? Right.
Yeah, of course. Living next to someone is probably reason enough to befriend them, though I'm guessing that Lily's blindness played a part in it as well. I can't imagine Hanako easily making friends with someone who has to deliberately avoid looking at her scars. Why do you keep addressing the elephant? Why? Why do you do this, Hisao? With the immediate conversation dried up, we start to eat our lunch. It isn't long before the bells are signaling the end of the break. Like me, the girls packed up their lunches as efficiently as they set them out.
I guess I better be off. Are you going with us, Hanako?
Oh! Hanako looks up at me, and for a second, I can see that she's considering skipping class. Maybe just to avoid walking to the classroom with me.
Yes.
I don't know what to think of it. Hanako really is delicate to the point of breaking if looked at in the wrong way. Makes me a bit nervous too, but I push the feeling aside, trying to be as natural as I can. We should hurry then. Class has already started by the sound of it. Lily gives a nod of farewell as she bends down to take her cane. Hanako and I filing out before her. We quickly walk down the empty halls to our respective classes. As we reach the door to Lily's 3-2 classroom, she turns towards me.
Hisao, thank you for sharing lunch with us today.
My pleasure, Lily. And with that, we part ways. Lily entering her classroom and leaving Hanako and me to make off to our own. She's still looking like she wants to run away. So, do you really want to go back to class now?
Yes.
Okay then. I feel like I should say something more to her, but it's hard to come up with anything that would be appropriate and safe enough. And Lily was right. The more time we spend out here, the more explaining we have to do. I open the rear door to the class, and we walk in. The teacher looks at me, and his mouth opens to say something. However, as Hanako follows me in and closes the door, he simply nods to us and continues his lecture. This is the third time that Hanako has had her truancy practically ignored. There's definitely something going on out here. We make our way to our seats. And I notice that Misha and Shizune are both missing as well. Oh, thank God. I wonder if it's some sort of formal and informal agreement with the staff, or if it's a perk afforded to the unique students of the school. Trying to make as little disturbance as I can, I extract the relevant textbooks from my bag and start catching up. Class goes on quietly. Teacher seems like an okay person, despite the weird first impression I got, and the material is relatively interesting. However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. It's as if he expects that everyone is a natural genius. That's how most teachers are. When the final bell sounds, I realize that there's still a lot of time left in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do. It's odd. At the hospital, I had 24 hours a day of free time, but here, filling the considerably shorter hours feels difficult. Everyone else leaves, and I'm left alone with the teacher. Muto was examining the assignment sheets we were working on earlier, marking them with a red ball pen. Raising his eyes from his papers briefly, he noticed me and furrows his brow. What is it, Nakai? I jump at him addressing me, but I guess it's natural to spark some conversation since there is nobody else around. Nothing. Thinking about what I'd do after school. The teacher slowly puts the cap on the pen he's holding and arranges his papers into a stack, clacking it against the desk twice. He seems very methodical, but for a brief moment I'm reminded of Shizune, but the teacher is more unhurried and relaxed, much more routine. You have no plans? No. I consider joining a club, but I don't know what kind of club would interest me. Go observe a meeting of someone else's club. Might pique your interest. I guess. But I don't know how to continue from there. Mucho looks at me in a way that makes me quickly want to take the words back to avoid a conversation. But I can't, so I have to forge ahead. I just don't know how to deal with people. I mean, the other students. Talking to people and everything, so it's not that I'd be isolated or anything. I just don't know what to think about. The disabilities, it's like, it feels that I'm being impolite if I pay attention to them, and it's weird to ignore them. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Teacher scratches his cheek absentmindedly, looking very unresponsive. These things are only an issue if you make them one. And you can talk normally with someone, even if they're blind or something. Try to look behind the superficial. There's not a single student here who isn't just a normal kid behind whatever they might seem at first glance. He says the same thing as Yuko did. I know they're right, but it's hard. How can you not consider, for example, Shizune's deafness, when the only way to communicate with her is to talk through Misha? Or Hanako. It's not like you can just ignore her face. Well, no, you don't ignore her face. I mean, well, you do and you don't. Like, I don't. But I'm interrupted by the door of the classroom suddenly slamming open.